Heyo TCB faithful, this is the Final Boosh.
And this is Madhouse.
And welcome to the Crosscast. So we've been playing a bunch of Injustice 1 and Injustice 2 lately, which are both really good games. I will never not argue that Injustice 1 and 2 are fantastic.
Don't matter.
So that got us thinking while we're kind of in this in-between period of not knowing what we'll get for our next NRS game.
Well, we know we're getting the collection.
Well, the collection, obviously, but I mean...
If it have crossplay, totally different story, but we know we're getting the collection.
Yeah, I'm talking about more like next mainline game.
Well, if they're smart, it will be Injustice 3 because they fucked up MK11 and they fucked up MK1.
I just think MK needs a break.
Yeah, but like to me personally, if it's another MK game, I'm going to treat it like MK1. I'm not going to buy it off the rip. But if Injustice never steered me wrong, because they usually go legacy in these games.
Yeah, if you were to say what was the more consistent out of the two NRS like series, it's definitely Injustice.
Yeah.
So
MK kind of peaked at X.
Yeah. So that got me thinking about what a potential one would be like, and we're not gonna like over theorize what it is. Just kind of air out what we want.
Yeah, just a fun conversation. That's all.
That's all. Just in case for those who might be asking. You can look at our playlist on the Crosscast and then you might notice that our episode count goes from 1 to then skips over 3 to 4. Well, that's because the podcast is actually split between our two channels. This one and our secondary TV mode channel. And that third episode covers a spoiler-free Superman review, just in case somebody's, noticing and asking about it.
I know it might sound confusing, but we just think it's the best to do between the two channels. So I guess we start with the premise.
Yeah.
the concept of the entire thing.
Right.
So I think the best thing for them to do is to go back to basics.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Like I'm tired of this evil Superman. I'm tired of this
moral gray
bullshit. Just we're gonna take it back to like the Golden Age era.
So with that being said, I think a good idea would be to place it within like the Super Friends era.
Yeah, the Golden Age.
I don't know if that's the Golden Age.
But you know what I mean.
But that era where you get like kind of like just the mad cheesiness, you kind of get the simple costumes.
Yeah, big poofy hair, like super jacked superheroes. The females back to what they're supposed to be. Even though they never had a problem with that.
That'll be like the framing device of the game where we're kind of in this era, this when the Super Friends come out, like the 80s, 70s era,
yeah, like
that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Whenever the
TV show took place,
like Task Force,
Task Force. Yeah, so think about like Justice League Task Force, that era where characters were starting to like Cheetah. Cheetah's the best example, right?
Yeah.
Old Cheetah was just like a lady in a onesie, and then you go like the Task Force around that era, and she's more just a literal cheetah lady.
Yeah.
So we want to keep her a cheetah lady, but not make her cheesy.
More cheetah lady, less furry.
No. Keep her a cheetah lady. I want to keep the idea that she's a furry, right? But I don't want her to be a lady in spandex.
Yeah, really, I know. You don't want her to have dumb cat ears.
So yeah, you got to make little concessions like that. That can definitely be a costume. But stuff like that. And then if you got characters who don't exist in that era, then make it set up.
So I guess it's Injustice in name only.
Yeah. It'll probably be called Injustice, but I mean, you would have to call it Injustice for brand, right?
Probably like Injustice, the Golden Age, or
Injustice Task Force,
or Injustice Task Force, something like that. But it's not the same game. It's not going to be dark. It's not going to be dreary. It's going to be bright. It's going to be hopeful. It's going to be colorful. It's going to be cute.
And for the story mode, just to get that out of the way real quick, the story mode, I don't really factor into the roster real too much because this is not going to be like the story's not going to be like, oh, it's driven by the story, right?
No.
The roster or the characters are driven by the story. I think that drags down not only Injustice rosters, but drags down MK rosters.
So I think the story right now, the story for us is just a basic arcade mode.
No. You definitely need the NRS storytelling.
I guess.
You need a big old story mode. But we never see them handle like something simple. And MK1 kind of put this idea in my head because MK1 almost just had just a simple boilerplate story.
That game was so close.
That game was so close to telling us just a simple fucking story. But it didn't.
Good guys versus bad guys.
This is it. Yeah,
there's no politicking.
There's no moral grayness. Well, there might be a little moral grayness, but there's no real thought process. It's all about interesting character interactions.
Just like you woke up Saturday morning.
Yeah, it's just about interesting character interactions and situations. If you want to put the good guys and the bad guys together at the end to fight a common evil, like a bigger evil,
yeah, that's fine.
I'm okay with that if that's like the climax of your story. But it would definitely be Justice League versus Legion of Doom, or Justice. We'll call them Justice League. I don't think anybody wants to call them the Super Friends, right? So we'll call them
Justice League and
the Legion of Doom. That's the primary focus, right?
Very simple. Is it gonna be a tag fighter?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a tag fighter.
It's a tag fighter. I would love the cameo system, but they already burned it. The psychic system was perfect for Injustice.
Yeah. Okay, but I guess when we get into the mechanics, we can talk about that.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna go in depth in the mechanics. I don't know what a NRS style tag fighter would look like. You can say MK9, but we don't know what a polished one would look like.
I would say a polished one would be.
Let's not get into that right now.
Okay.
Let's just stick on the focus. So
right.
It's a tag fighter that kind of focuses in a Super Friends era. Still call it a Justice League. Don't call them a the Super Friends.
You can make it like the Justice League where you can bring in who you want. You don't gotta worry about who a part of the story. You don't worry about who's alive or dead. There's no back lore to anything. It's just that put in who you want to put in.
And I would say that if you have a more modern character, like I kind of said,
Golden Age them up.
That era them up. Just
like a hypothetical.
Yeah, go to hypothetical.
Like Static Shock. Have a hypothetical Golden Age Static Shock.
I keep saying Golden Age, but I don't think it's Golden Age.
You know what I mean? Like the old shit, like when they had the mullets and all that, and when they was big and cartoony looking, and not dreary and serious looking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what I mean. Golden Age to me depict that, or Silver Age, whatever. But it depicts to me when superheroes were allowed to be goofy. Superheroes were allowed to be lavish and loud, and more personality than just all bleak, dreary doom world.
And on top of that, I think this will warrant a art style change.
Yeah.
So we'll be back to the cartoony, like looking at comic book looking characters. I don't think this can withhold like the same realistic style thing they've been doing. I think NRS needs to go back to a more comic book style.
I think they need to go back to more of an Injustice 1 look. I wasn't a big fan of Injustice 1 graphically, because that's back then when they had them kind of good looking but kind of ugly at the same time looking models.
Yeah.
Like the MK9-ish models, where don't get me wrong, they were good looking, but it's kind of like
anatomy wise, they were just kind of all weird. Man chins, giant necks.
Yeah. In terms of costumes, it would be like Injustice 1.
Yeah,
just brighter.
And I know, like, Superman's costume's kind of basic in the Super Friends era, but sex it up a little bit, right? Like, don't over design it, right? Keep it simple. But you can probably add kind of like the new Superman costume, where it's kind of simple, but it kind of has some detail on it, so it's not completely bland looking. You can do shit like that. I don't mind that spread across and use moderation wise.
Oh, and by looking like that, no more gear.
No gear. Just costumes.
Just costumes.
So the costumes will work in a similar way, where you get premiere skins for characters who have similar power sets, and once again, you Super Friends them up. Or you can bring in this is the new Superman costume, and this is like the modern Superman, and this is Black Suit Superman, and Bizarro, and Cyborg.
Batman with purple gloves,
things like that. All that kind of stuff. All that kind of stuff can be costumes.
Bob cut Wonder Woman.
But no fucking
hair straps, no shoulder pads.
No bangliers unless you got one. Your default outfit. None of that stuff. Keep it simple. The main idea behind the presentation of this game is to keep it simple. Tag fighter, Super Friends era, fucking lighthearted story. It don't have to be a pussy story, but a lighthearted story that focuses more on character interactions.
Well, because I think right now NetherRealm need to go back to basics. They need to go back to what works for them. And I don't think they can handle complicated shit anymore.
They can handle complicated. The issue is that they never commit to complication.
No, because
that's not, if you get what I mean.
Look at MK1. All right, MK1 had the story was much better when it was self-contained. We had new-ish characters, and everybody was interacting with one another. And
I know a lot of people hate MK1 story. I don't hate it until
the jumping off ladders,
until the multiverse stuff comes up. Like, the rest of that story is fine. I wish they would have focused more on the Mortal Kombat tournament and explaining how that kind of worked. But that aside, until the multiverse stuff started, and then of course Chaos Reigns, you just ignore it.
If it's self-contained and just have character interactions and good action, that's all you need. You don't need any of this compact multiverse shit. You don't need any of it. That's what MK1's feeling was. If MK would have told Arc 1 was before the tournament, and Arc 2 was during the tournament, shit like that.
And Arc 3 was like the Quan Chi and that kind of thing.
Self-contained. The problem with MK1 that we did not have,
not Kodokan, Shao Kahn's try to take over the throne or some shit.
The problem with MK1 story is that we did not have Tom in that world, and it was shaping up to be pretty decent, despite it wasn't pushed as far as I wanted it to be.
Like
pushed.
I don't mind the multiversal stuff, right? The multiversal stuff. I don't mind that.
If you have to bring that shit up, but you can build back up.
You can build it up, like kind of like if a potential Injustice 3 would have brought back multiverse stuff, I'll be a bit more okay with it for its core story element, because they kind of did it for Injustice 1, and then Injustice 2 was primarily set within the Injustice universe. And then you turn around, and if they have Injustice 3, if they want to bring back elements of multiversal stuff, I'll be more okay with that compared to what happened in Mortal Kombat. But we're getting off subject.
Like the menus and shit would be more towards like Injustice 1, where I like Injustice 2's interface kind of, but I'm not gonna sit here and say it's the best. It's boring as shit. I don't know why they chose to do that.
Also, we're all over the place, but we can piece it together later. All over the place, but I think a good idea would be to bring character themes in, and I don't know, and like no atmospheric music. Just
none of that shit.
Give characters theme songs.
What's his name? Gordon?
Nick Gordon?
Nick Gordon?
None of that. You can't have that in this era.
Well, you can, because I think he's flexible enough.
I don't know. I would have to see it, but
that was the stupidest decision they ever did. Hey, listen, and I'm not saying every Shrek in Injustice, but it's like MK used to be, NetherRealm Midway used to be very good with the music. And then like the minute they got to like MK9, it kind of went like face plant off a cliff.
So I don't really have an idea of what the music would look like per se. Definitely not the movie style, movie theatrical bullshit, like that kind of, that Ryan Zimmer thing bullshit. No, none of that.
Maybe lots of horns. Maybe like something triumphant. I would for like the good guys.
I would just say
shit like that.
I would just say look at Justice League Task Force. Like look at that music and kind of channel what that is. I'm not saying it needs fucking burning guitars and guitar duels and shit like that, but bring some more energy. It's going to be a tag fighter. From the gameplay in my head, it's a lot faster than Injustice. So we kind of need a snappier soundtrack.
I think like making it sound like I think going towards that golden age type of like horns and like big sounds like like shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like going towards more classical sounding music. Batman with the how Batman music used to like the animated series type of shit.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. And some Injustice 2 tracks did sound like that. And I was surprised going back to Injustice 2. I'm like, this soundtrack is actually pretty good. The problem is it's so understated.
It's so mute.
It's lacking energy. So just go back, reach back to your Deception days, reach back to your MK4 days, MK3 days. Go back to that.
And this is, I don't know if I said this already.
Fuck this movie. I'm so tired of this movie shit.
I don't know if I
said a video game.
I don't know if I said this already, but this is under the impression that they have like no limitations.
Yeah, Warner Brothers just out the window for some reason.
Warner Brothers don't get in the way, and the rest has the head on straight and want to try to make a competent game that's all the way through finished. So this is under the impression that they have infinite resources. They can get whoever they want. Obviously not dead people, but we're not getting into that, right? So they can bring in whoever they want. They have all the resources available to create this game for it. All right, so I think we need a little more time to stew on what the mechanics would be. So I suppose we can stall for time and talk about the most important part, the roster.
You gotta have a reason to play.
Yeah, so I think we're both in agreement here that this is a everybody is here situation.
Everybody here, everybody from Injustice 1, everybody from Injustice 2, characters who are supposed to be in Injustice 1 and 2, put them in as base. None of this pre-order fucking dark side shell combo shit. No, just you get everything from the rip. The whole cast plus DLC, who you can get back.
Don't play Thor story mode to unlock a guy.
No, none of that. No $5 to skip said story mode to unlock a guy. No. No. None of this shit. Be as video gamey as you can. Go back and remember how video games work. If you, just in case you don't know, $60, $70, $80 games are not free to play. Okay? You don't have to pay for every aspect when you already should be paid for every aspect already.
So like we said, it's a tag fighter. So it's going to be a pretty sizable roster. And adding in who was missing in Injustice 1 into like an Injustice 2 size roster already nets you a pretty big ass roster.
What I'm saying is you add even MK characters. They don't have to be in the story, just there for fluff. So you add everybody in the DLC from Injustice 1. You add everybody in the DLC from Injustice 2 who you can get back, like the Turtles and shit like that.
Yeah.
If you can get them back, put them in. Okay? And then have like another, let's say 10 to 14 characters.
10, yeah, let's say 10. We'll choose them, probably.
Yeah.
So we'll say 10 characters. 10
Going
characters.
Just so you got your initial roster for that. You got your initial roster from 2. And you got newcomers coming to the game for 3.
Yeah, so that'll be a pretty sizable roster at base.
For a tag game, that's fantastic. That would be literally next to Marvel 2, the best tag game roster ever.
And, you know, I'd be more willing to pay $8 per character if we had like 50 fucking characters at launch.
And none of this where...
This is why I never had a problem with Street Fighter Cross Tekken's DLC, because they gave you so many characters at the beginning.
Yeah, but and none of this weird fucking Sagat is back, even though the nigga was in 4 games already. 4, 5, and 6. Where's Sagat at? He back in 6. He ain't going nowhere.
So, yeah, so everybody's back, and I guess we should cover the new characters, right?
Yeah, so if you played Injustice 2, you know who in the game already.
Right. So if we do it this way, where it's obviously the elephant in the room is going to be a fuck ton of Batman characters.
Yes.
So the new characters we add on will probably supplement the weaker sides of the roster. So Wonder Woman characters,
Flash characters,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's too many Batman
maybe
characters.
more villains, more Justice League villains, more villains in general that stand out a bit more.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it is flooded with Batman.
If we're combining both rosters, then we get a pretty sizable amount of villains.
Yeah, but we think we need more personal
The
villains.
problem is most of those villains are Batman.
Yes.
So let's fix this.
So now we're going to go into the roster, and it may seem like a lot of characters, but think of it like this: Injustice 1 and 2, everything carried over.
Yeah.
So think of this as like Injustice 3 as rounding out the roster a bit.
So this will be the size of a random Injustice 3 roster.
Yeah, but it's not technically an Injustice 3 roster. It's just balancing out the other 2 rosters.
Once again, it's all hypothetical. It's all for fun anyway. So, well, we tried to choose some weirdos to balance everything out. Like, yeah, like we can choose 41 different speedsters. Cool. But we tried to keep it weird. We'll probably deliberate on some gameplay ideas, but I don't know. Like, we're just calling out names, okay?
And then like what was I about to say? I'll forget it.
Okay, so for Superman, we have Metallo, Parasite, and Livewire.
This is the add-on to, well, Superman, obviously. Supergirl, Lex, Zod, Doomsday, Brainiac, and Darkseid.
And Darkseid, yes.
7 characters. So that will round Superman out to about what?
8 characters. 8. Which is fair for the premier DC superhero, right?
He should be. He should have the most characters. Batman should not have the most characters.
It should have been Superman.
It should have been Superman. He's the most important one.
So yeah, I don't really have any particular reasons why they're here. I have like ideas floating in my head of what their gameplay could be like.
Well, Livewire, I think Livewire just as important as Harley Quinn.
Yeah, that makes sense.
She's a good representative for the animated series.
Yeah,
and that's kind of an example of what we did. Like we took different facets of the character's lineage and, you know, brought them over. So yeah, Livewire will have a more traditional design, but Livewire is there to represent the animated series,
the past DCAU.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like the core reason why Parasite's just kind of cool.
Yeah, he's just kind of cool. He can have cool like draining mechanic, shit like that.
And Metallo is just Metallo. I don't know.
Like you have to change your tactic when fighting Parasite somehow.
And for Metallo, I don't know. He's just there because we just need like
a big robot guy.
A robot dude. There's a supreme lack of robots in Injustice. So we got what? Brainiac and Cyborg.
Brainiac not even. Oh, I guess Brainiac is a robot. And Cyborg is a cyborg.
Robot-esque. I'm not saying they have to be 1-for-1 robots.
It's a lack of metal people.
It's a lack of metal people. So to bring Metallo in, have him do kryptonite stuff, it's cool.
Let's see. Next is Flash. So Flash, we got. I think Reverse Flash will still be a Premiere skin.
This will be the idea. Like Premiere skins are still a thing, right? And whoever had a Premiere skin in the past. So like, I don't know what Black Lightning would do So Black Lightning will probably be a character, but like stuff like Reverse Flash, Power Girl, yeah, you can still do stuff like that because even though we're primarily based in this Super Friends style era of DC art and shit like that, like you can still bring in like Power Girl and still have her look contemporary and everything like that. Yeah. It's fine. It's not like we're not married to this idea. It's just like we wanted to frame it outside of the fucking injustices.
Aside of the gloom and doom.
And this is just the first thing that came to mind.
So like Flash, we got Doy Flash, Grodd, Killer Frost,
and I think that's it.
And Captain Cold.
Captain Cold, yeah. So adding on to that is Captain Boomerang, Weather Wizard, and Golden Glider.
I think all of them are excellent choices because Flash got a bad problem with a lot of his villains being other speedsters.
Or somebody just to slow him down.
So it's like, it's not much you can do with that. And at least Golden Glider is like the sister of Captain Cold.
So there's like thematic stuff there.
Some significance there.
And then like he also ties into like Harley Quinn for Suicide Squad, so they can have skins for Suicide Squad and stuff like that.
Kite Man skins.
So I think he just balances things out, and then you have like Deadshot back. So stuff like that.
And then we got Deadshot, so we have some representative of Suicide Squad.
So within that roster, we can still build like meta teams. And
Captain Boomerang is cool. He can be a cool little zoner guy.
So we're trying to round out rosters in multiple levels. So we could add Captain Boomerang, and that pretty much adds most of the Suicide Squad. I know it's not going to be everybody, but you got your Enchantress, you got your fucking Deathstroke. I'm not Deathstroke.
You got Harley.
You got like stuff like that. You know what I mean? And Weather Wizard just seemed like he'd just be a fun character. Maybe like he like
DC's own Storm.
Kinda, yeah. So
lightning attack, not all that, but
so maybe he can like do different weird stuff, like pull you in with wind and freeze you and light you on fire for dot damage. So, like lightning stuff,
like zone rush down. He'd be a very versatile character.
Yeah, so I think that the Flash characters are probably my favorite inclusions, but we'll see. We'll keep going.
So Wonder Woman, I think, have the smallest entries. I think it's just her and Sheeta.
Yeah, off the top of my head, I can't remember who.
Ares back.
Ares is there.
Ares is back.
We gotta remember we brought some guys back.
Yeah,
Ares back.
So I think off the top of my head right now, it's Wonder Woman, Sheeta, and Ares. So we're going to expand on that a bit.
All right. So for Wonder Woman, it'll be Giganta, Cersei, and Dr. Poison.
Yeah. All I want to do is see you turn into a giant woman. Sorry.
Oh God. So Giganta, for obvious reasons, we don't have like much like morphing like side. We got Atom too, but we don't.
But she like reverse Atom.
Yeah, I don't know like what she would do from a gameplay perspective. Turn big, I guess.
To me, it's full circle because she was cameoed in Injustice 1.
Yeah, kind of. Was it her?
Yes.
Okay.
So it was like she technically was already in the Injustice game.
Yeah. So bringing her in would probably be nice. Cersei, just to round out, like that's like our secondary arch nemesis, right? I can't recall. I haven't seen Cersei in so long. I mean, we've seen her in Creature Commandos.
Yeah.
But and that's what she's associated with, like outside of Wonder Woman a lot of days. But Cersei is an important character for Wonder Woman, so
and she up there in the power scale.
And we need more magic users.
We need more magic. A whole theme with this is bringing in a lot of magic users.
You'll see that later on. But
less capes, more wands.
Yeah. So Cersei. Then we got Dr. Poison, important character to Wonder Woman, her first villain, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what she can do.
Dr. Poison.
She's Dr. What I said.
You said Dr. Cersei. Dr. Poison was Wonder Woman's first villain.
Nor Cersei. I'm the one who would destroy you. Yeah. So yeah, like they're just kind of bland choices, I guess. But
it's not much room you can like. It's like you want a bunch of nobodies, or at least somebody with some significance, you know?
Yeah, comic books been so ass lately. I haven't read something so long. Like my lore on these guys are kind of low. So these are just cool characters I think that can bring good gameplay stuff. And if anybody can do it, like NRS can.
I guarantee you NRS can do it.
I'm just trying to not have like, this is a gun guy. This is a guy who shoots lasers. I'm trying to like...
Or the 90th Batman character.
Even though if it's Injustice, you know they're going to do like, this is a fireball. This is an air fireball. And I hope for the love of God, if whatever they do for Injustice 3, they make the movesets feel more unique.
Yeah. Now this is like the weirder choice.
Yeah.
We're choosing to represent Teen Titans as a whole.
Just to round it out a bit more.
Just to round it out.
Between Injustice 1 and 2, you have pretty much everybody.
Like, I don't understand.
Or the important ones anyway.
I understand the task of making Beast Boy is high. especially with NetherRealms at the time Injustice 2, in terms of give everybody generic kind of movesets kind of existed.
I feel MK1 Shang Tsung was a attempt at
what they think a Beast Boy should be
what
like.
a Beast Boy should probably be.
So obviously the first character is Beast Boy.
Obviously.
That's how we
have the Titans everybody
yeah, we have Robin, or any form of Robin, I guess.
Robin.
A Robin.
We got Nightwing. It's
yeah. We got Robin, Starfire, Raven, Cyborg, and now Beast Boy.
And then Nightwing.
And Nightwing. And whoever, it's A Robin. It don't matter.
That is the Robin from Teen
Titans. I know that. Okay.
So that's what I mean. Like we still, even if we still have a Robin, but we also have Nightwing, who was also a Titan.
And obviously shit like Kid Flash and stuff, they're just Premier skins.
Premier skins, yeah.
They're too close.
Dinah
They're too close.
Dinah Troy, all
Superboy,
that stuff.
they're too close to the originals.
And then we're bringing in Terra.
Yep.
Which was a cool character.
Gyromancy is desperately needed. Barely got that. Gyro, don't matter. They both. We technically have Slade already.
So give it the Deathstroke, make him a skin.
So yeah, make him a Deathstroke. Just instead of a sword, just give him a stick.
Give him a stick and then give him
a pill. Leave him somewhere.
Give him give him that little sigil that Trigon gave him. Yeah. So you can break his bones and he stupid shit. But
Trigon Slade would make a unique character.
Maybe.
So maybe we should turn it to Trigon Slade.
You're
okay, go ahead. Who else?
Terra, Earthbender character.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. I don't think Injustice has a whole lot of those guys. So bringing somebody in, Brother Blood. I don't know a whole lot about Brother Blood.
Brother Blood is technically like the main antagonist of the Titans. You got Slade and you got shit like that, but he's like the Lex Luthor.
Is he?
Type of, yeah.
I don't know.
He's up there in terms of their villains. You know what I mean?
I'll take your word for it. I don't know a whole lot about him.
He's not used a lot.
But Brother Blood, and then representing also the Brotherhood. I guess the Brotherhood. What do they call it? The
Brotherhood of Blood.
Is Jinx.
Jinx because she's cool as shit. You know, it's like, and she's like an anti-hero now. I think.
What's the gear guy? I would have took him.
Gizmo.
I would have took.
Okay, Gizmo, Jinx, whatever. If we gotta add more characters.
Yeah, between Gizmo and Jinx though. Between
Gizmo and Jinx. Cause I think those are two iconic ones from especially the older cartoon.
Yeah,
those are two more iconic.
Those are the two most used from that team. Right?
Yeah, like Bahamut. That was his name, Behemoth.
I don't think they use Behemoth a whole lot.
But Jinx and Gizmo is definitely the more iconic people.
All right,
who gives a shit about Aquaman?
I don't. I don't fucking know what to do with this guy. But we tried anyway.
Right now, hold up. Right now we got Aquaman, Black Manta. Yo, is that it?
Aquaman, Black Manta.
Is that it?
I think so. Off the top of my head, I don't remember any of our Aquaman themed villains.
I mean, I know themed villains, but is that it for Injustice? Just Aquaman and Black Manta?
That's what I'm saying. And then the Justice Front, I don't know if there's anybody else.
I guess they all water based, so they're severely limited.
All right, so we're bringing in King Shark,
obviously, to round out the Suicide Squad,
and he's also like an Aquaman reoccurring bad guy.
Yeah,
Ocean Master, which is his arch nemesis.
It's his arch nemesis. I believe.
Yeah.
And next to Black Manta, obviously.
And to add some more vag, we added Mira.
Because it's his waifu, man.
It's his wife, and I don't know what she'll do.
She be cool. I mean, if he is like the oppressive, like Aquaman tend to be like the I don't know what the fuck Aquaman doing in Injustice, really.
Like he
in Justice 1, he was like a ship character, like an oppressive ship character.
Like a space control character.
So I guess Mira could be the same thing, but Zoni.
Maybe didn't really expand on the summoning animals idea, so maybe she can bring in more animals,
more sea animals.
Does she have similar powers to Aquaman?
I don't think.
I don't know a whole lot about Aquaman.
She's more telepathic,
so she doesn't talk to animals.
I think she does. I'm not sure.
Mira,
just Mira,
just Mira. Whatever she does,
she's cool. She's redhead. She okay.
Use your imagination.
Time for the potpourri section.
Yeah. So either this is DLC or just characters we just kind of wanted in general and didn't try to kind of fit with a theme. So first we got John Constantine.
Obviously,
I think you need that. He could be like a trap character or something, interesting. Magic users, Etrigan,
yes,
Etrigan,
whatever. He cool. We need more ramen guys and booty shorts.
What?
You see his costume?
Yeah. What do you mean ramen guys?
He rhymes.
Oh, rhyming. I you see it like ramen, like
no.
noodles.
Why would I say ramen?
I don't fucking know, man. That's what I heard. Any rate, Extra Game I think would be a good choice. Once again, trying to fill up with Magic users. Obviously, because of his massive success in the 2025 Superman, I'm about to say Batman, 2025 Superman movie, we're bringing in Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific, you got to.
So you have to. I think.
And plus, on top of that, I think everybody else is already what is called the
Justice Gang.
The Justice Gang. You have everybody now.
Except Guy, who could just be a skin and lantern.
Guy can be a skin, but you already got Hawk Girl, you already got a Lantern, and then you got Mr. Terrific.
So then again, yeah, here we go. Then you can make skins all of those characters, and there you go. And the last character is Allure.
Yes, because she's a Zatanna villain, and Zatanna is in the game.
Yeah, so I just wanted to give Zatanna her
main villain,
her guy.
Yeah,
she's an important character. She's like the character that sets off Zatanna's hero's quest and shit like that. So she's important too. And that's like our picks for
outside of DLC.
Outside of DLC, which we're not doing. Man, are we doing DLC? I got an idea for that.
Could, but it's only one character I can think of.
Who?
Buffy.
Oh, you're talking about guest characters?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Fuck that. No, do the guest characters because like any of them characters can be DLC.
I guess fair enough. So yeah, Buffy will make a cool guest character. I feel
like that's the only character I can think of being like a really strong guest character. And I know people say she should be in a Mortal Kombat game, but I think she
can fit in either.
I think she fit in either, but I don't think the likeness of Mary Michelle Gellar want to be
Sarah.
Who?
Michelle Gellar?
I thought her name was. What did I say?
She's like Mary Michelle. What the? I don't. You did some kind of mush mouth shit. What was that?
Oh, I don't know. Sarah Michelle Gellar. I don't know what the fuck I said. Sarah Michelle Gellar. I don't think her likeness would want to be torn apart, even though she might be into that. We don't know. But I think in terms of,
I mean, in the comics, she get beat up all the fucking time and getting torn apart.
Yeah, but I think
and that was her visage.
I think her power set in general would be more Injustice-y than Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I agree.
She fit more of an Injustice game.
She could do both, absolutely. But it's just like,
if I had to pick, I would prefer to have her in Injustice.
Yeah,
like it was rumors that she was supposed to be in Injustice 2.
Something like that. It was such
like
a long time
probably her
ago.
textures leaked, some shit like that.
I don't know. I can't remember. And I don't think looking it up. So there was definitely like a audience who wanted her in the game. I could be over speaking because I'm a fan, but I did hear people want her in the game.
Who else can we add?
Guest characters.
We already got Mortal Kombat characters.
Yeah.
So like Mortal Kombat characters, either add Katana and Mileena or Shao Kahn.
Add Katana, Quan Chi.
Oh, no, Quan Chi, you know what I'm gonna say? If people want to hate it, add Cetrion. No, not Cetrion. What's her name? The main bad guy to 11.
Oh, I'm having a brain fart.
Fuck.
No. He just said Cetrion.
I love her. What is her name?
What's that bald bitch name? Cetrion.
No, you said Cetrion.
What the fuck is her name?
Chronica.
There you
go. Holy shit. Add Chronica because I don't know why. I think I'm the only Chronica fan.
I don't think she's a bad, she's a dummy. I don't think she's a bad villain and under the right circumstances, right?
She did use her power stupidly. And she was like, I guess technically a Mary Sue. She came out of nowhere. I'm a Titan. These are my kids.
Ironically enough, she can make a good enough DC big bad.
Yeah.
She just doesn't make a good MK villain with his pre-established lore. But DC is always introducing.
And if you want Chronica to be part of the story, you can do that.
And I have an idea about that. But let's expand. Let's expand on it. Interests nowadays like to do these additional story modes to their games. So MK11 had Aftermath and one had Chaos Reigns.
Oh, I see what you're trying to do.
Right. So maybe we add an extra story mode to Injustice or whatever we're calling it. And this one is MK.
I like Injustice Task Force.
Injustice Task Force?
Yeah.
All right, we're calling it Injustice Task Force.
It's a callback.
So maybe this time, instead of a couple of guest characters, maybe we bring in Mortal Kombat characters.
So it just becomes MK versus DC.
That's the story mode. Now, I don't know how this is going to work. This will have to be, like I said, this is a fantasy world. And this expansion brings in MK characters only. They get the superhero treatment like they've been usually getting for Injustice games. But this brings in MK characters and introduce them into a full story mode. Like maybe.
And another thing is, to piss people off, they're mostly 3D characters.
No, it's not go that far.
But
yeah, just bring in the standard. Even if I don't think they have to match Would you be okay with them matching the same? Because this roster would be way too fucking big.
It'd be way too big.
So let's say like this is a combination of like keep your realistic expectations. Whoever you want out of this roster, kind of pick
like 10.
Like 10 guys.
We already got Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Raiden.
But let's say this is a true expansion, right?
So out of that list, pick like 10 characters.
Yeah. But let's say ideally, this is a true expansion. And people are gonna hate this fucking ideas. Let's say this is a true expansion and you're getting your money's worth, right? Let's say Interest comes out with a story mode, a full story mode addition to the game. Let's say they add at least 15 MK characters.
15 plus the 3 they already added.
Once again, our roster doesn't really connect with the story. It doesn't have to necessarily.
It's an expansion.
It's an expansion, so you can bring in a couple of MK characters and say it's MK versus DC because they're mostly going to be going up against the core anyway. So Superman, like the Justice League. So how many members in base Justice League? Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Aquaman, Green Lantern, Cyborg,
Green Arrow.
No.
Well, no.
If you want to argue Hawkgirl, if you want to argue for diversity's sake, to add another female on there. So let's say 7. So if you want to bring in 7 MK characters, and then like more later or whatever you want to do, if you want to bring in 7 MK characters and then just say this is MK versus DC, and then just have the 7 Justice League members versus the 7 additional MK characters, I'm okay with it.
And you can bring back Darkkon.
And plus, on top of that, you wouldn't even have 7 because you already have Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Raiden.
Yeah, because we're building on top of that.
So yeah, you'll still get a good grip of MK characters, but you know you can fill it with like.
And mind you, this is like Vim Street in video games, like video games.
And the heavy lifting is done. You already added the 3 main, like the coolest characters in MK: Raiden, Scorpion, and Sub-Zero. You don't have to guess where they're coming from.
All you need is Liu Kang,
Katana,
Melina,
Johnny Cage,
Shao Kahn,
Baraka. You can pretty much make it the MK1 cast. But add in, obviously, for the guys who are already there, you add in some more characters.
Suhao.
Yeah, Suhao, yeah. So I think that'd be a neat idea.
And they all playing in Justice 2 style.
Well, we'll go into the gameplay a little bit. I don't have a lot to say about what it would look like. You want to get into it now?
Yeah, the average us. We spent long enough on the roster.
All right.
So we're not going to spend too much time on this.
Yeah, wrapping up this mess of a video.
We got too caught up with the roster. Which, mind you, is important.
This is just a conversation we would normally have.
Yeah.
So this is why it feels so all over the place.
Y'all are part of our conversation.
So I don't have much to say about the gameplay. I definitely want it to be Injustice 2. I know a lot of people not. I don't like Injustice 2.
And Zontus.
Okay. After replaying Injustice 2, I admit there's a lot of Fireball characters. Okay, it's not like there's a lot of good Fireball characters, but there's a lot of fireballs getting tossed around. A lot of plasma.
But you also gotta admit that you can do something about it.
You can. But let's say NRS has their big boy hat on. Let's say they're thinking about the gameplay, and let's say the game is faster. Let's say the game is snippier. Let's say inputs feel like inputs when you put them in, right?
And scary thought.
So let's say
they got rid of the stand switch button.
Yeah. So like I said, this is going to be a tag game. I don't know what that entails. Somebody else can think about that. I don't know.
Listen, if you really need to think about it, think of MK9 plus cameos. It's a 2v2 fighter.
And I guess you will also add that. See, that's something I would do too. If somebody didn't want to play 2 characters, you can reduce them to a sidekick role, right?
Yeah.
So then they become like a cameo. So your character would get double health, probably more meter build, but it'll be just them, and they get to call assist, and that's the only thing. So in case somebody would just wants to play 1 character, so it's like that. You can either get like a league member, you can separate them, right? So you can either be a lead character or a sidekick. If you're a sidekick, you're just assist. If you're a league member, you're a fully playable character that can be called into.
And let's say if you pick them as a sidekick, let's say both the characters' healths combine. So it's like Skullgirls in a way?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
So both the characters' health combine. And let's say if you pick them as separate characters, you have their individual health.
So are we doing this Tekken tag style? If one guy's out, they both lose? Or you want to do it like Marvel?
It would have to be
round robin?
I think if you're going to do it that way, because you already introduced the fact that if you're going to pick them both,
I do one better.
I do one better.
Let's combine the ideas, right? This is not even complicated. It's a primarily one-on-one fighter. It acts as if it's like an Injustice or MK1, right? You can still call assists, all that stuff, right? And the assists are going to be like Blazblue cross tag battle or what MK1 does, where obviously like there'll be a lot more ambushes and shit.
Yeah, need a lot more ambushes in the air too.
But I'm not opposed to the summon assists. The summon assists need to be fewer, but they need to be stronger.
Yeah.
So let's say it's like MK1, where you're fighting with your assist character, but if you get knocked out, it's round 2. You get to choose which character you want to play.
So like Blade Arceus,
like Blade Arceus, those kind of anime fighters.
I think said Blade Arceus.
Blade Arceus.
Blade Arceus, not Arceus. That's a Pokemon.
Whatever. So yeah, you like that idea?
Yeah, that's fine.
I think that fits, and it doesn't get too messy. So if you just want to play one guy, you have the ability of playing one guy, but you always have somebody in the back.
I don't like Injustice Task Force. It's a cameo game.
I'm just giving people what they want. People wanted MK11. People thought it was going to be a tag game. MK1, people thought it was going to be a tag game. I'm just giving people what they finally wanted. But in this way, at the very least, you don't have to micromanage 2 characters.
It's a round robin game.
So I don't think you need like Marvel style drop kick assists to tag people in. No, you KO Green Lantern. You get an option of keeping Green Lantern for round 2 or switching into Hawk Girl for
and
round 2.
matter of fact, I double up on this. If you burst and you have full meter, not only do you gain health, you get to switch your character.
I don't know about that.
That'd be cool.
You know what? I don't hate that idea.
Because that's how you can change the matchup on the fly.
Well, now,
with a health bonus.
Now, when you say perks, you mean wager?
Wager.
We're bringing wagers back?
Wager. Yeah, of course. That's just a staple.
I guess we're bringing wagers. So
if you wager, so
wagers work the same as normal, right? Let's say just 4 meters. Let's reduce the meter count for wagers to 3, and like to spin. And then let's say the 4th meter is like max meter, like you said. That's when you switch characters. So you get to knock them away.
You get to knock them away. You get to reset neutral. You get the health bonus.
And you get to swap your character to fix a matchup situation or something like that.
So it was like, yeah, now you have your tagging.
Yeah, and it's tied to a burst mechanic, but I think that's a lot more fun.
So it's like MK1. Get over it. MK1's not that bad of a game. So it's like MK1 with the round robin system of KOF and Blade Arceus, and with a burst button that with proper meter management allow you to change the matchup.
Or and like if you get max meter anyway, maybe you have the option of swapping characters on the fly.
Hey, my Black Canary can't get in. Okay, maybe
let's not relegate it to burst.
I like that idea.
Yeah,
you're wagering.
Maybe at max meter, maybe you have the option of switching, but it's not going to be like the Marvel style dive in assist. It's just going to be like, oh, I'm going in the back, and then they come in. Right?
Mind you, the character you pick becomes the opposite. Like for example, if you got Mr. Terrific and Black Canary, right? Let's say you switch, and Black Canary becomes the cameo. Like they just swap places. It's not like a tag thing. They just swap places. So instead of having Mr. Terrific with a cameo Canary, because I don't have Canary with a cameo Mr. Terrific.
I don't want this to be just a Marvel game.
Yeah, it needs to be unique. And what we're trying to do, and we're trying to expand on what NetherRealm started. That's what we're trying to do. Because I'm not going to say, I love MK1. I don't like what they were doing with it, but I do like MK1. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it was an underbaked idea that they kind of just waxed over and sort of fixed.
Yeah, it's definitely underbaked.
Now we'll see. We'll see what this patch lead to. Hopefully, lead to the game being better. But I want to establish what they started, and that's people want to bitch about it being a cameo game. You'll have the people who like the cameo system, and if you want it to be a one-on-one fighter, it could be more focused on 1v1. As in, you get your cameos, but the characters we assume is designed like Injustice 2.
Yeah,
maybe a bit more simplified.
Maybe they're designed like Injustice 2, and like all the returning characters would get their updates right. Like you need to fill the holes, and they had in Injustice 1. Like so, if Hawk Girl's coming back from Injustice 1,
she need to be designed like an Injustice 2.
We're giving her new moves to kind of fill out her moveset from Injustice 1.
So the power level is Injustice 2. And all Injustice 1's characters Injustice 1 characters who weren't in Injustice 2 would be altered to fit in Injustice 2.
And then let's pretend like they all play uniquely from one another.
Yeah.
Try to at the very least. Nobody's a miracle worker here. So let's pretend at best most of the characters play.
It's a thought experiment, people.
Yeah, let's say at best most characters play on their own term. So I think, like you said, like maybe tagging can be in the game. Maybe you have 2 options.
It's just really restricted.
Maybe when you call the assists, you can tag them in for an extra meter. So maybe you use a cameo, maybe use an assist meter, and then super meter you have to spend to call them in while the assist is happening, kind of like a Blazblue cross tag thing, right?
But that's MVCI in general.
Or MVCI. Well, everybody else is doing it, so why not them? So let's say, I'm Green Arrow and Canary. I'm Green Arrow, and maybe we could add some kind of stat bonuses for teams for like canonical groups.
Maybe, but I think that would kind of railroad everything.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. So maybe to get, I don't know. That I think that'd be neat. But let's say I'm Green Arrow and Canary. Let's say Arrow's on point, and I'm fighting somebody who's a counter zoner, right?
Maybe let's say their X-ray move. Maybe to get like a special. Maybe to get more damage out of their X-ray.
Okay, maybe something like that. But okay, so let's say Arrow's having a hard time. So let's say Canary's neutral assist is the scream, and she obviously has to manage it's the same scream depending on your cameo meter or your assist meter. Is how like Injustice 2, how loud it is and how far it goes.
Yeah, so that's your trait though.
That's a trait. Yeah, everybody's assist and neutral assist will probably be some form of their trait.
Okay. I don't know how that works.
I don't know how that works. It's not our idea. It's our idea to spit it into the ether. So we work on that. That's for interested to decide. So let's say Canary's neutral assist is the scream, and maybe if she burns double the meter, she gets the max scream. During that max scream, Green Arrow could probably spend super meter, like a bar super meter, to call her in as the active character. And then if Canary gets KO'd, it's round 2, and then you got the choice of selecting to start off with Arrow or keeping Canary in. So we kind of do it a Tekken Tag Tournament way. If one got knocked out, the round's over.
But you just said okay, you said the round. Oh, it's a round system now? Or are we still keeping that Dawntalker shit?
It's a round system. One bar.
Okay, one bar.
Because this is about, because I think if everybody had 2 bars of health, how long matches would be forever.
Well, the thing is, if you think about it, the way they do it, the health system are rounds. So you got your silver health, then you get knocked out, you get to pick your character and go into the red health. I mean, it's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing.
It's just round 1 and round 2.
How about this?
Except the round just ends. The round ends and you start a fresh round.
And you brought up the traits. Let's say their neutral assist give their trait to the character that's playing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so like if you're playing like Scarecrow, you get that gas and shit and that thump.
Yeah.
Let's say like okay, he put that scare gas, whatever the fuck he doing, stink. Or he put the stink on your character. Or you're playing, what's another more obtuse like Swamp Thing? Like your character get divines.
Or like Cyborg would call the drones up.
Yeah, you pick the drone, do what you do there.
Then obviously you'll still get like the anti-air assist and like a lockdown or whatever specific character thing you can do. Maybe like Canary gets a command grab or something.
I think it's definitely going to be a more simplified assist system.
And we're bringing it over from MK1. We're pretending like we're interested a little bit.
I would like to simplify it from MK1. Make it very direct. Make it easy for everyone to pick up.
Well, that's simple. Just call the assist button. You hit a direction. Neutral, up, down.
Yeah.
Okay, so neutral, left and right, and up.
I think neutral will be straight.
Neutral would be treat, and then everything else can be context sensitive. So down could be like an assist. I mean, down could be the anti-air. Like left can be like a secondary projectile, or where if the character doesn't have a secondary projectile, like a diet kit or something like that. Things like that.
I think that could work.
It's not like the most polished idea, but once again, it's just a conversation we're having that we decided to record. So don't take it too seriously. I would like to have a conversation about it. But what would be cool, not just, your list is ass. I would have added 2 reverse flashes and a dark flash.
Godspeed and more Batman villains.
I technically just want the entire CW Flash roster. Like, no, like not. It's just a thought thing that I know we're not good at it. Yeah,
I think mechanically the game would be interesting.
I think mechanically we came up with a good plan.
I think, yeah.
It's not polished by any extent, but it's a good plan.
Because it's like, cause we were listening to other people's, and like, I think a lot of other people were just playing it safe. You know what I mean? Like, we don't give a shit about the story.
If you can't see that by now, we don't really give a fuck.
NetherRealm been fucking up the story for the past 10 years.
So it's whatever for me.
Like, whatever.
If they don't add a big giant story mode, I think they obviously would have to.
But obviously, you watching the Team Crossbody channel for fighting games, we tend to go into fighting games mechanically. And I think in terms of the mess we got right here,
there's an idea.
There's an idea here for a solid tag-ish fighting game that calls back to MK1, follows through with Injustice, build upon Injustice, and finishes what they started with MK1.
We're done. You happy with that?
It's a mess. It's a mess. Look,
nobody's gonna watch all the way through.
It's a conversation. It's just a conversation. I'm sorry.
If you made it this far in the video, say the word. Type in the word canary. Random. Nobody's gonna get this far in the video. I guarantee it.
It was fun. I had fun.
Yeah, it was fun to come up with this bullshit. Thank you for watching.
Do the whole prerequisite YouTube thing.
Shit, I keep forgetting.
Like, comment, subscribe. Look at both channels. We started streaming. We don't have a set schedule yet. So far, it's like 9 or 8, and it's not every day, but we tend to let people know.
Yeah, so if you're in the Discord, we'll let you know like an hour or two ahead of time.
We might do a post.
We might do a community post. Just keep your ears out. And once again, thank you for watching. Or listening, I guess, whatever.
Thank you. This shit is a mess.
Team cross, buddy. All right.